Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, and this time reviewing on Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Now, what's actually interesting is that Ferris Bueller was produced and directed by John Hughes, the same guy who wrote the screenplay for Home Alone. Now, the premise of the film is basically about Matthew Broderick playing Ferris Bueller, who is meant to be something like similar to Bart Simpson or Zach Morris, who is basically meant to be this laid-back, cunning, down-to-earth teenager, and at the same time is meant to kind of be like thinking what he's doing is right. You know, he has all these ways of getting out of school. And what's actually interesting is that Ferris Bueller's sister knows what he's planning to do, and is kind of like a version of Candace from Phineas and Ferb. She knows Ferris Bueller's just faking it, and knows what he's up to. Now, at the same time, we see Ferris Bueller and his friend Cameron, who's basically his Yes 2 man, and also his kind of lackey, to plan to get one of their friends, well, Ferris Bueller's girlfriend, Simone, out of school, and going on this all-out story where we see them going on all sorts of places and trying to enjoy themselves. Now, at the same time, you also have Jeffrey Jones basically playing Edward Principal Roney, who is basically a version of Principal Skinner's in that, and he goes to every length just to expose Ferris Bueller, but most of his plans either backfire on him, or it shows that Ferris Bueller is more smarter than him, that eventually leads to his downfall. And I actually admit what I like about the movie is how almost every character is a complete asshole to each other. And I'm actually amazed that they've done this so well. What's also actually interesting about Ferris Bueller, it actually has an important message to make the last of your school days count. And if you don't slow down, you can miss the good stuff in life. And I think sometimes, yeah, we have missed the good things, but we've managed to pull back and enjoy those last days. Either childhood, either end of school, end of college, or celebrate the good times. And I think Ferris Bueller is this lovable jerk, but has a heart of gold when it's there. And what's actually interesting is that even after the film ended, some of the actors have done actually well for themselves, like Matthew Broderick going to play Simba in The Lion King, Godzilla in that, and also like Alan Ruck playing in The Loud House and other stuff. Now, it did come with some consequences for some of the other actors, like Jeffrey Jones, who was later exposed in 2002 and was registered a sex offender. And you also had Charlie Sheen, who ended up ruining his own career. Now, what's actually interesting is that when the film ended, it became a cultural icon, and even referenced, parodied, and done so many times, like Family Guy, The Simpsons, and even took some inspiration from it from Phineas and Ferb. And what's actually interesting is that there was even a TV series that didn't last long, lasting only 16 episodes, and didn't really prove well. And I do admit, with some of the deleted scenes, I would have liked to have seen them kept the younger brother sister of Ferris Bueller, because it would have given them more a reason for Ferris Bueller to pass on his knowledge to his younger siblings. Now, in my opinion, Ferris Bueller is a movie that does well, has its humour, and has an important message. To me, it deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out and wishing you all a happy day.